Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and here we are back talking about 2020. Guns and ammo disappearing from the shelves because of a pandemic. Then most of us, like me, were waiting for it to be over, things to reopen, things to settle down a little bit, so we could go back in, get the things that we need, and now we have civil unrest. And it seems like, again, everything's disappearing from the shelves. So let's talk about guns, ammo, and where you can find it, if you can. So here we are talking about 2020 again. It's been a rough year for this country, I'll tell you. One of the worst years that I could possibly ever remember. You know, at the beginning of the pandemic, the people were rushing for toilet paper, people were running for guns and ammo, and everything started disappearing from the shelves. And I could not wait for it to be over so I could get back to buying the stuff that I wanted to buy again, just like most of you out there who, you know, buy and you add to the stockpile that you already have. Well, there's a lot of people out there who were just casual buyers who would buy maybe a box a month or something like that were buying in bulk just because they were worried that they may not be able to get it in a little bit. And so they were buying a ton of stuff. Plus you have your new time owners who are buying and then they'd buy a few boxes or something like that. But your typical guy who would go to the range every 3 or 4 months was buying enough to go to the range every single day, and there was nothing left. I was waiting for that to be over. It seemed like it was kind of over. The pandemic was kind of ending. Country was opening up and stuff was going back on the shelves. And then right after that comes the civil unrest. Same stuff starts to happen again. The shelves start going empty, guns and ammo starts disappearing, and it's been difficult. I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. If you follow me here on this channel, you're probably just like me in those regards. You like to kind of keep a stockpile, but keep it built, right? The stuff that you shoot isn't necessarily from the stockpile. You keep that stuff separate, so you always have a bunch on hand. Regardless, it is hard to find right now, and even harder to find people that are not gouging. There's one place that I found, and I have links over on my website if you want to check out thedailyshooter.com. I put a lot of work, my wife and I put a lot of work and late night hours into making that website look nice and have everything on it that you guys can find, and discount codes, coupons, links. I mean, we put a lot of effort into that website. So if you guys check it out over there, you'll see stuff like banners for Primary Arms. And I went to Primary Arms earlier today to see what they had. And not only did they still have some of the more popular calibers, but they were not price gouging. And I was really impressed with that. You know, Primary Arms has always been, you know, one of my favorite websites and companies. And they have stuff like PMC X-Tac in 5.56 for $7.99 a box for your 5.56. So $7.99 a box. That's not price gouging. That's a really good price. They still have some 9mm. They still have defensive loads. They still even have some 22 and stuff like that. And it was interesting because I went over to other sites like bulk ammo, which I found some pretty bad stuff out about recently, and I don't use bulk ammo anymore, but they were mostly sold out of stock on just about everything that I saw. So it was really tough to get it there. I know that some people have been having problems with Palmetto and stuff because they just got hammered at the beginning of the pandemic. Since they're a manufacturer, it takes them a long time to manufacture these things and get them out. People were getting upset about ship times and stuff, and I totally get that. I mean, a lot of the companies I actually talk to, I know that they have hired on extra staff, 5, 10, 15 extra people just to get orders out, and they're still like a week or two behind trying to get their orders out. So people are getting kind of upset, but you have to understand the volume right now is just out of control. But I was over at Palmetto too, and they have certain calibers that you can buy. Not all of them, but they have certain calibers, and they weren't price gouging either. So there's stuff like that. You have Gorilla Ammo and other places that still had a little bit of ammo left. So Freedom Munitions and so forth, they had a little bit of ammo left, and I just kind of went around looking to see who had what. And it seems like, again, after inventory started to come in, because it did, you know, I was online, as a matter of fact, I just bought a bulk box, basically a case of 9mm. I was able to get that, but now it's not there anymore. So that was just 2 days ago. I bought a case of 9mm, and now they're all gone. And I need it for my reviews because obviously I shoot 1,200 rounds just to test out a single pistol, and so I go through it a lot, really fast. But right now, it seems like we're back at it again. And because you have civil unrest, you never know when this stuff is going to end. You know, it's not going to end until everybody goes home and, you know, everything is back to normal again, in which case things are going to start going back on the shelves. But for now, we're all just trying to find places that still have this stuff and are not price gouging, you know, like Cheaper Than Dirt, who immediately price gouges just about every single time that something happens. And that's why I'll never shop at Cheaper Than Dirt. I know some people will defend price gouging and say, well, they can do what they want, supply and demand. But still, there's There's laws against that. You can't just price gouge people. Nonetheless, it's a really tough time. And if you're somebody who is a box a day type person, and you maybe only go shooting, I don't know, once every 6 months or something, you don't need 5,000 rounds of 9mm. You just don't. But if you're somebody who likes to go out often, you like to keep up your training and your proficiency, then you need that ammunition. So it's one of those things where you have to have a balancing act, but hopefully it comes back soon. And I wanted to talk to you guys about it so that you could leave comments in the comment section, and I can kind of see where everybody kind of stands on this topic, because for me, it's been a waiting game. I've been waiting to see what's going to happen and when things are going to come back on the shelf so I can get back to normal and you guys can get back to normal. And then sometimes I wonder if maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one out there that's trying to buy a lot of ammo that I actually shoot. If you guys shoot a lot, let me know. If you guys have been having a hard time finding ammo, let me know. If you guys have been having a hard time finding pistols, rifles, whatever it might be, let me know. I want to see how it's going across the country, because it's not the same everywhere. I just went up to Montana for 2 weeks on vacation, and I went through just a couple different random places. They have a couple gun shops they have up there. Bob Ward's, I think, is one of the places that I went to. Another smaller gun shop, and they had a ton of rifles. I mean, they had them stacked on top of each other, AR after AR after every single brand that you could possibly imagine. You turn around and there's a bunch of ammo on the shelves. So in Montana, Bozeman, they have plenty. But here in Vegas, there's nothing. So I'd be curious to hear from you guys what it looks like in your town. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about this topic because it's been annoying the crap out of me. I thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.